welcome back to another series where I go around to Japanese chain restaurants, and this morning we're starting at a local bakery here in Tokyo. It's called Little Mermaid. Japanese bread is very different to Western bread. If you love bread, like me, myself as a German, you're gonna be coming here thinking, oh, I'm gonna get the normal kind of bread, but it's not like that at all. There's a lot of sweet things, there's a lot of salty things, and they've got all kinds of different things inside. So today I've got a few classic items I'd like to show you and just introduce. Whenever you come to bread stores here, you always grab a tray like this and tongs, and you'll go around and pick up whatever bread you want to buy, and then you'll bring it to the register and buy it like so. So my go-to is always shiopan, and this is kind of just salty bread, but it's just as plain as it gets, and it's a staple here. Everyone will know it, everyone will like it, and every bakery will do it. The outside is supposed to be crispy, and then the inside kind of like fluffy. Not quite like a croissant, but it's got like a really thin paste like inside. If you come here early in the morning and you want to get a coffee, you can. They have just like machine coffee, but it does the job. This here is curry pan, and if you've never heard of it before, it's one of the best inventions Japan has done for the bread in bakeries. It's more of a pastry, a savory one. This is what it is, and this is a premium one. It's even its own little bag. It's deep fried, and on the outside you've got like panko, and then when you break it up and go in the middle and take a bite, there's gonna be lots of curry just oozing out. So I'm gonna go for it. It smells really nice. When I first moved to Japan, I was obsessed with curry pan, and I know why, because I haven't had this for a while. It's a little, it's a little unhealthy, but it tastes so damn good. I love it. Unlike the West, where bread is a common breakfast, I feel like for Japan, this is more like a snack or something that you take on the go, because here they still often eat rice with miso soup and fish. So I don't feel like these are like the typical things people eat for breakfast. The great thing about bakeries here too is when you dine in, they often have like a toaster you can use. So I went and toasted my melonpan, which is another typical bread that you can find in Japan. It's more like a snack, but it's one of my absolute favorites, especially when you go to like a senmon ten, which is like a place that specializes in making it. And I kind of burnt it. That's because it's too big. Most toasters in Japan are just so small. If you have anything that's like voluminous, it's gonna hit the top and burn. I'll dig in and enjoy it anyway. I forgot to tell you guys what melonpan is. So it doesn't actually contain any melon or fruit or anything. It's just in the shape of it or something, or like because the top of it has the kind of like lines through it, it resembles a melon. The top is a cookie style like crispy outer layer, and then the inside is really supposed to be moist and fluffy bread, and this has done a really good job. I'm impressed. I haven't actually had the melonpan at Little Mermaid before, but my favorites are all in Asakusa. This is good. I've never seen this before, and I've been to this chain so many times, but they have gacha gacha, which are the capsules, and it was bread themed. It was only 300 yen, so why not? It's not related to the food, but what did I get? Oh my gosh, I got shokupan. Okay, this is so perfect for me. I really love shokupan, especially when it's done really well. It's just like white Japanese bread. Oh my god, it even comes with like a tray. One last thing I want to mention is I've been collecting these points from this particular chain for like 4 years. I have like 200 of them, and I still can't get anything. I can get like a soup. If I collect 2,000 of these stickers, I can get a Balmuda toaster, which is like my dream toaster. So guys, let me know down below if I should keep trying to collect these on my journey to get a free toaster. I'm not sure it needs an introduction, but this is Ippudo Ramen, and it has so many locations, not only in Japan but across the world, and as well as Sydney, which is where I'm from. So I've eaten Ippudo a fair few amount of times, and Ippudo is known for having a tonkotsu broth, which originated in Fukuoka, where Ippudo started, and they've actually released a plant-based ramen. Because people like me who don't eat pork, this is perfect for us, and it's my first time trying it, so I'm very excited. Ooh, that is so milky. I love that. That broth is really good. I think Ippudo usually has a thinner type of noodle. I prefer the thick ones, but every now and then I can enjoy some thin noodles. Here you go, look at that. That's really, really yum. And on the side, I've got some negi, which is green onion. The broth is incredibly tasty. It may actually be one of the best vegan ones I've ever had, and the flavor, if you're wondering, is a soy milk broth. They've included mushrooms as well as kombu seaweed for richness and saltiness. So it actually packs a really good flavor punch, and I don't think you would know that this is vegan. One specialty for this dish is that they had to replace the chashu with something, and so they've created something that's made out of kidney beans 100%. So it looks interesting. I'm not sure how this is going to taste, but let's try. I like it because it kind of absorbs the whole flavor of the soup. It's very, very different to chashu, and it doesn't taste like meat, but I enjoy it as it is.
Typical of a ramen restaurant, you'll order at the very front of the store from this digital menu, and you can pay with cash or, of course, digital options, and they'll take the ticket from you when you're done.
If you want to try their classic dishes, I recommend going for the shiromaru or akamaru, which aren't vegan friendly, but they're what gave Ippudo its name. The shiromaru is the classic one from Hakata, whereas the akamaru, which is the red bowl, not this one, a different one, is made using miso paste as well, so it's got more of a thick flavor, I believe. You can also customize your ramen dish by adding Japanese pepper. I think it's exclusive to Ippudo. This one, ooh. And one of my favorite things when you come and eat ramen are these like, oh, that's a strong pepper smell, is the sesame grinder. So you go like this. I always mix up the way you got to do it. You go like this and you just grind it out. I love sesame, and I love that Japan is obsessed with it because it's the best flavor. That sesame adds such a good flavor here. Not only have we got the things at the table, there's also a little corner where you can self-serve yourself, and I had some spicy moyashi, and I asked if they're vegan friendly, and apparently they are. It's basically bean sprouts with some chili sauce on it, and these are chilled, so it kind of complements the really hot soup, and you can eat as many of these as you want. They also had some ginger because they serve gyoza here as well as rice bowls, so you can pair it with that. I don't know if it will go well in the ramen. I think it's for the other side you can get here. Out of all the ramen chains in Japan, Ippudo is definitely one of the biggest, but no one can beat Ichiran at the moment, which is what I featured in my previous food series video. But let me know down below which ramen place you prefer, because I'm very curious to hear. Has watching me eat at all these delicious Japanese restaurants made you hungry, maybe even snacky? Well, you guys have got to try these Japanese snack boxes because they are so awesome.
Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. are monthly Japanese subscription boxes that are sent right from Japan to your home.
Both boxes come with beautifully designed booklets which tell you all about the allergen info as well as cultural information. Starting with Tokyo Treat, which is a pop Japanese snack box with tons of exclusive and limited edition snacks. The theme for this month is actually Tokyo. Ooh, these are one of my favorite chips. These are like ume. Oh, it smells so good. I actually buy these all the time. I know I complain about not having salt and vinegar chips, but these are the closest thing, and they're slightly tangy. Highly, highly recommend these. We also have Sakura Co, which is an artisanal Japanese snack box that supports the local snack makers here in Japan. And this month's theme is Traditions of Tokyo. You can step back in time and experience Edo Tokyo with all the snacks inside this month. Starting with some kuromame tea, which is black bean tea, and it's such a refreshing taste that really pairs well with all the snacks in the box. Some of the most traditional snacks inside this month are these ningyo-yaki, which originated during the Edo period for festivals. There's two flavors. We've got custard as well as red bean. Smells so good. Itadakimasu. I love this. I actually brought these back as souvenirs for my mum and dad, and they were obsessed with these. They didn't like anything else I got them except for this, so you can't go wrong with these ningyo-yaki. You'll also receive a piece of tableware, and this month it is a Tokyo-themed plate. If you're curious what these snacks taste like, use my coupon code down below to get a discount and buy one for yourself or buy one for your friends. You won't regret it, and you'll experience Japan from the comfort of your own home. Alright, back to the video and to the next restaurant. This is Mr. Donut, and you might be surprised that I'm at a donut store in Japan, but this is so popular. It is in every prefecture in every city, and it actually originated in the US. This is a bit of an honorary mention, but it is not available in the US anymore because they all converted or got changed into Dunkin' Donuts. So if you want to have it, you got to come to Japan. And they're known for this donut, which is like mochi-like, the way you chew it. It's called pondering. And so you pull it apart. That's how I like to eat it. And there's these little balls. and they're really squishy. I love the texture so much. It's so good, but it's not like typical donut. Usually when I come here, I only pick up the Ponda ring because I wanted to show everyone the amazing donuts that are available. I've got a bunch. So I have another Ponda ring, which is actually hojicha flavored, which is roasted green tea, as well as a matcha donut. It's got matcha cream inside. This is like a special collab that they're doing at the moment. And then I also have one that's called Old Fashioned. And Old Fashioned is a popular donut at Mr. Donut as well. Another donut here is the strawberry like glazed one. Oh my god, that is so good. It's coated in the powder. I think it's just a kinako powder, and then the inside just tastes like hojicha. This is so top tier. This is 10 out of 10. Oh my god, I love this. Get this if it's still available when you're in Japan. It's so good. I'm gonna try the Old Fashioned next, and this one is coated in cinnamon. I really love cinnamon. That's how I grew up with donuts in Australia, cinnamon donuts when I went skiing. This one's actually got a light, fluffy consistency, and the texture's actually rather nice. I'm surprised. I like this a lot more than I remembered because I've had it in the past. Maybe it's the cinnamon. This is so premium because even in its own little box, and that's what they usually do when there's like a limited edition donut here. This collab will probably only last a month or two, but look at that. Glazed with matcha and chocolate, and I believe there's matcha cream inside. If you like bitter matcha, you're probably going to enjoy this because it has that really strong bitter taste that matcha has. A lot more than usual because a lot of the matcha sweets in Japan, they put so much sugar in it, it doesn't even taste bitter. So I like that about it, but I'm not the biggest fan of like creamy snacks, so that's why it's not for me. But in terms of the matcha flavor, it's definitely a 10 out of 10. Since we're having donuts, I needed to invite my American friend.
I feel like I need a disclaimer to start with. I have had Mr. Donut before with Sarah most of the time. I'm from the South. I grew up eating donuts, and I'm kind of at the level where I don't even like Dunkin' Donuts very much. I like the small mom and pop shops that are like in a strip mall, and the restaurant's just called Donuts.
Give it a go. This is my favorite, my new favorite. You don't like it? Well, here, Alyssa picked this one, so she knows what she likes.
Not a lot. I wasn't that. I will say, I do like the flavors because I like hojicha. And that is something you can't get in America, so I would definitely recommend getting like a matcha or hojicha one. It doesn't taste like a donut to me, like the ring ones, like these don't taste like donuts, but I like them for what they are. This is just a strawberry donut. Strawberry ringu.
You look so American right now. Full donut review.
Mon Pa shops, Dunkin' Donuts, Mr. Donuts.
Oh wow.
Sorry. Disclaimer. If you come here, don't get the generic like ones you find in America. That'd be my advice. Get like the rings. They're interesting. They're different.
Try the old fashioned.
Okay, actually, I've never called these old fashioned. I actually don't know what these are called in America. So like mom pa shops, Dunkin' Donuts, Mr. Donuts.
What about the matcha one? You gotta go for all of them now.
That tastes like cake. It's not even a donut.
But it's good matcha flavor, right?
The matcha is a really strong, like nice matcha flavor.
Yeah.
If you like matcha, it tastes like grass.
Well, that was our review of donuts. So yeah.
we gave no consistency. We were
I really like
different.
them. I really like them. So if you're not American, you might like them. Or if you have really plain standards, because this is a very plain donut.
Or like other Americans, am I crazy? Like, am I elitist? I want to know if you try this, what you think as well.
If you're not into donuts though, don't worry because they have tons of food options here. They have hot dogs, so on the American trend, as well as some random Chinese dishes like noodles, tantan men. So there's something for everyone.
You know
or just the coffee.
You know the donut shop's good when you can also get ramen at it. So.
Yeah. It's a donut.
Yeah.
Welcome to Yakiniku Like. This is a private style dining experience where you can enjoy Japanese barbecue, which is known as yakiniku. And the great thing about this chain is that it is so cheap. And I'm talking cheap. So I've got this Wagyu, which is Gyu Karubi. And for this, it's half size. I think I'm only paying 600 yen, but you can get sets, full sets here for about 1,000 to 1,500 yen, and it totally fills you up. Another cool thing is you actually grill it at a mini grill in front of you. It's the coolest experience. And I'm gonna get started because I'm pretty hungry and it's lunchtime. You pick it up like this and pop it in front of you and it just grills like that. And you've got your own little tongs at the table and you just rotate it You gotta make sure to not burn it because you're in charge of the cooking, so you gotta be careful, you gotta be switched on. I also ordered a few sides, so I've got a little beer because it's happy hour. I'm here between 2 and 6 p.m. Cheers. Woo, it's hot, oh my goodness. You actually have a button here at the table to adjust the heat, and I've got it on the lowest heat, but it is still flaming. Woo, you gotta be a bit careful. And I'm going to enjoy it with some Korean sanchu. Oh, that was hot. We have these giant green lettuce leaves, and I'll put my piece of meat inside, and it's like a little sandwich. Also, this meat is seasoned with something called tare, which is a sauce, and it's so delicious. Itadakimasu. That sauce is so yummy. The meat tastes really good too. I went for one of the more expensive ones because when I saw Wagyu, I was like, I want to try it. But they have cheaper cuts of meat as well. They have pork, they have chicken. There's lots of things you can get. Not only do we have the tare that comes with the yakiniku when you order it, you have 5 different toppings here right in front of you. So we have something called like ninniku oroshi, which is garlic, gochujang, so a Korean sauce, lemon, miso, soy sauce, and a couple of others. So there's lots to just customize your dishes with. For another side, I also got Korean seaweed because I freaking love Korean seaweed. It's just so yummy. There's something so fun about cooking it yourself. I think a lot of people might think, oh, that's such a pain, I want a professional cooker, but it's just so fun and it's kind of intimate, especially if you're dining with a friend. But the great thing about Yakiniku Like is it was kind of invented for solo diners because the interior of the restaurant is like separated dining and you have the privacy and you don't have to come in here feeling a little awkward because it's totally normal, and I love that about it. In the past, they used to have a soy meat option, but sadly, it seems like it doesn't exist anymore. I really love this tare. Like, I highly recommend the tare. Always go tare. I'm gonna put a seaweed in here as well. It's so yummy. Woo! When you're dining here, you actually order off of this tablet here. And so you just hit the button, and there's English available as well. We've also got a bunch of other sides like curry, we also have raw egg, edamame, seaweed soup. When you go to yakiniku in Japan, usually it is very expensive. It'll be about 3,000 to 5,000 yen for an average one, but you can pay up to $100 to $200 for really premium yakiniku. So it's a really special occasion kind of dish. A lot of my friends, that's their favorite Japanese food here, so it's a bit of a treat. But this place, it's affordable. It's for anyone who just wants a little quick snack, and that's their like kind of like slogan: tasty, quick, value, Yakiniku Like. I got chicken, so chicken thigh, as well as karabi, which is translated in English as boneless rib, and it is one of the juicier and tender parts of the meat, and it's very popular in Japan. Whenever you go to yakiniku, you're going to find karabi, and it's going to be one of the most popular. But there are so many different names, it's kind of hard to remember, but I recommend remembering these. Karabi, momo, as well as one more. Ooh. I'm going to venture out and try this lemon one. The lemon is so nice and tangy. I didn't look for a sec and I got my chicken super char grilled. Look at that. Looks tasty though. And I'm gonna try it in a new sauce, which is gochujang. Gochujang is so tasty. It's a little spicy. One of the great things about cooking yourself is you can figure out how you like it. So you can have it medium rare, super well done. It's just up to you and your cooking abilities. Woo! I think this one's ready. By the way, these are way easier to just eat in one bite. I recommend that. Don't try and do this in several.
This next spot was actually voted by my Patreon community, so head on over there if you want to join in on the fun. All right, let's get into it.
Right behind me is another chain I want to introduce to you, but it's a street food chain, and this is taiyaki. So if you've never heard of it before, this is a fish-shaped cake, and inside is usually a filling. It can be red bean, custard, or they also have sweet potato here, and I've been visiting this place since I was a uni student, so it's a chain across all of Japan, in Kyoto, Osaka, Tokyo. He made it fresh for me, so I'm a little scared because it's going to be piping hot, but it smells really good. I did get the custard one, so it should be really hot. Okay. Oh, maybe I'll go from the, do I go from the tail or the head? I'll go from the head. Okay. I didn't get the custard bit yet, but it's gonna ooze out. Even holding it is just so hot. It's so yummy. It's like a really thick custard flavor, and the outside is so crispy. You can just see the steam coming off of it. And because it's just so fresh, the outside is crispy, the inside is kind of moist. And then when you have the custard, it's just like the sweet flavor. So this sweet treat only costs 300 yen. And if you can come here, you can also get like ice cream as well for 250 yen. So it's super budget friendly. And if you're wondering what taiyaki means, tai is sea bream, which is like a type of fish. And then yaki means to like grill. So it's like a grilled fish, but no seafood. So it's perfect for me. I realized this custard here is actually from Madagascar and they're using the vanilla from there, so it must be premium. I just didn't realize it.
Let me know which chain restaurant was your favorite, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye. Keep eating. Haha.